Hey everyone, so I am going to do a couple product reviews. I'll start doing this on things that I buy. I won't do anything super commercial, just whatever I get. I've been switching all my tools over to battery powered stuff, and the first major purchase that was like really intentional was this chainsaw. I had an old chainsaw that was gas powered and just a really cheap one that worked, but had all the problems a normal chainsaw has with it, just hard to use and hard to start and kind of inconvenient. I think as far as battery powered tools go at convenience, a chainsaw is like an incredible upgrade for light use. I think for heavy duty, farm use or things like that, big gas powered chainsaws are still better. But this is the biggest Ego you can buy. It's an 18-inch. Let's see, what's the model number? So it is it's very small, so CS1800, which makes sense. So Chainsaw 1800. Comes with a 5 amp hour battery, and I've been really surprised. It's battery goes quick, but when I was just sort of limbing up a downed tree, it could work as hard as I could. I got tired before it did, and I was beginning to kind of not handle it safely by the time it was wearing out. If I'm just cutting through a log, which I'm about to do right here, I'll use an extra battery because I'll probably get 3 or 4 cuts through this big log before it wears itself out. I've now got a 7.5 amp hour battery from a mower that I bought on Facebook Marketplace, so that I think will make the chainsaw go as long as I can. I'm not an expert by any means, but I've used chainsaws pretty much my whole life, and I bought a couple extra chains. It uses a normal chain. It does not use like any sort of skip tooth chain. It uses just a normal Oregon chain, so I got the Oregon equivalent and sharpener, and it's good. I'm impressed. The chain goes on really tight. The tensioner, it's got an auto tensioner, and I'm a little surprised at how tight it is. Like I said, I'm not an expert, but it is quite tight when you tension it the way it's supposed to be tensioned. But it works, and it cuts with a lot of power. I mean, I think as to be expected with an electric motor, it is incredibly powerful. So I'll show some cuts I'm going to make here in a minute, and I'll show how many cuts I get through this log before it dies. I have noticed that it says it's dying faster when you do a big cut, because the battery probably overheats and loses a little bit of voltage. But it does, if you're just making a cut, then putting it down, then a cut, then putting it down, it'll last a lot longer before the battery wears out. But I've probably cycled through this battery 6 or 7 times in the first week I had it, and it got better once the battery kind of got conditioned. I think it worked even better. So I'll add to this review. Just keep adding to it as I do more. See ya.